Oh hey, welcome to Four Little Rocks. You know, one of the best things you can do for your Jeep, or any of your vehicles for a matter of fact, is just take a little bit of time to give them a little bit of tender loving care and take care of some routine maintenance items on them. Today we're going to replace the air filter in our JLUR, and we'll get to that right after this. You know, so recently I went on a very long trip with the San Diego Jeep Club, and the day prior to that trip I took the Jeep down to the dealer to have the oil changed, and at the same time I wanted to buy an air filter to replace the air filter that I had in the Jeep that had about 5,000 miles on it at the time. But it turns out the dealer had none in stock, and when they searched inventory in the area, nobody for about 200 miles had an air filter. The parts counter technician even told me that my best bet was probably to go to Amazon. But since it was the day prior to my trip, I just decided that I had to stick it out and use the air filter that I had. But I did take his advice. I did go to Amazon, and I did look around, and I tell you what, instead of buying a stock Jeep filter, I purchased this K&N Reusable Air Filter. I've run these in many vehicles that I've had over the years, and they've always worked well for me. There's a claimed increase in airflow, which should translate to some improved torque and power. But the utility that I like most is the ability to take this thing out, clean it up, and re-oil it after every run to make sure that I'm putting clean air through my Jeep at all times. At the same time I purchased that air filter, I also purchased the recharger kit, and this comes with their cleaning solution that you spray onto the filter, you wash it out, you let it dry, and then you re-oil the surface of it so it catches those small microparticles as it's filtering the air on the way into its engine. So let's get this system installed in the Jeep. So to get to the air filter, it's located underneath this big intake cover here, and there are 4 bolts holding it in place. And unlike most things on the Jeep, these are not metric, these are 5/16 inch SAE size. I've already removed 2 of them, and it might seem a little overkill that I'm going to use my impact hammer here, but in the interest of brevity, let's just get them taken out really quickly. So now that we've removed those 5/16 inch bolts, let's go ahead and lift the cover to gain access to the air filter. And it just pries out just like that. This is the old one that's been in there for now about 6,000 miles. So to put the new filter into the air filter compartment, the notch that's on this side slides in first. I think you'll find that a little bit different from the JK, because the JK had a pointed side, I believe, and the JL has that notch side. And it just slips right down in there. It's already oiled up, so it's a little bit gunky. Close the top back down on it. Get those bolts started by hand a little bit, and we'll drive those home. And that does it for the installation of the air filter. So with the installation of that air filter complete, I'm looking forward to potentially a little bit better fuel mileage, although I don't really worry about fuel mileage that much in the Jeep, of course. I'm also kind of, feeling good about myself that I did a little bit to help out the Jeep, and also to give it a little bit better ability to breathe, give me a bit better torque and acceleration getting on and off the freeways around here in San Diego. And when I head out to the trails next time with the Jeep Club, I'll know that as soon as I get home, I can wash up this filter, re-oil it, and replace it, and have a clean filter every time I come back from the trail. So I wanted to show you what a used air filter looks like after it's been used for a while. I've covered my table with a few shop towels just to try to catch everything that I'm going to try to extract from this air filter. As you know, or you might not know, the flow of air comes in from the bottom of the Jeep, exits out to the top, and into the engine. So that means all the dirt should be in between all these little creases, and you can see I've already gotten some of it out just by laying it down. So let's give it a good tap, see what happens. So you see all that dirt and dust is being prevented from getting into the Jeep through this filter, and the new K&N filter should work maybe even a little bit more efficiently, but the big benefit is that it is reusable and cleanable, so I'll be able to use a brand new filter after every trail run. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment below. And if you haven't already done so, please click that subscribe button, as it means a lot to me and it helps to support the channel. Lastly, please follow 4Low Rocks on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next time, happy wheeling!